Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Visa 7, your personal guide to the world.
If you're from outside the United States and want to accept employment with a US employer, it's important that you know how to apply for and obtain a visa. Understanding the types of visas available and what the requirements are for each one may help you determine which permit to pursue. Here's an overview of 10 different types of work visas, including both temporary and permanent visas. A temporary worker visa grants you permission to stay in the US for a designated time. The law requires you to depart the US by the date that your visa expires unless you choose to reapply and extend the date. Temporary worker or non-immigrant visas below allow employees to work for a specific employer in the US. 1. H-1B Specialty Occupation. 1. This is the most popular type of work visa in the US and is available to people from other countries who work in specialty occupations like computer science or engineering. 2. Because of the high demand for this type of visa, there's an annual cap on the supply. Candidates who hold a bachelor's degree or higher and have a job offer from a US employer in a specialty position may qualify for this visa. 2. L-1 visa. This type of temporary worker visa is for employees who work for foreign businesses that have direct affiliations with US companies. An employee would apply for this type of work visa if their organization transferred them to its US location. Additionally, this type of work visa may be applicable if a foreign company transfers an employee to set up a US office. Employees who have worked for the foreign company for one continuous year within a 3-year period prior to entering the US may qualify. It's important to note that there are 2 categories for this type of visa. L-1A. Managers and executives sent to the US to work at or establish a new US location may be eligible for an L-1A visa. L-1B. Employees below the manager level may qualify for an L-1B visa to work for the organization in the US if they have specialized knowledge about the business, its product, or its processes. 3. O-1 visa. This temporary worker visa is for people who have extraordinary skills within their field. To demonstrate that they're extraordinary at their job, these candidates provide proof that they're at the top of their field and known nationally or internationally for their achievements. People in industries like business, sciences, arts, sports, entertainment, and education may qualify for this type of visa. Employees who support extraordinary workers, like personal assistants and managers, may also qualify. 4. E-1 and E-2 visas. This type of visa allows people from certain countries to visit the US to carry on trade activities. People can obtain an E-1 work visa as a treaty trader or an E-2 work visa as a treaty investor. 1. Treaty traders are those from a country with a trade agreement with the US who perform ongoing trade activities. 2. Treaty investors include those who have invested a large amount of money into a US business and can show you're coming to develop your investment. 3. 5. TN visa. The North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, created the TN work visa. It's for Mexican or Canadian citizens who want to come to the US to work for an employer. 1. In order to qualify, you prove that you're a citizen of one of those countries, have a job offer from a US employer, and have a position that qualifies you under NAFTA. 2. Some examples are lawyers, scientists, engineers, accountants, and pharmacists. 3. 6. E-3 visa. 4. This visa applies only to foreign nationals from Australia with a specialty occupation. 5. Their spouses and any children who are under the age of 21. 6. There are a limited number of these visas issued each year, excluding the spouses and children of each applicant. Requirements include a bachelor's degree or the foreign equivalent, a special skill set that's required to fill a specialty position, and a job offer from a US company. 7. Seasonal agricultural work visas. 1. Seasonal agricultural worker visas, H-2A, are available for foreign workers who want to come to the US to work on a temporary or seasonal basis when there's a shortage of domestic employees. 2. These temporary visas can last up to 1 year each, with a 3-year maximum. 3. There's a list of 86 qualifying countries from which candidates may travel. Immigrant visas. An employment-based preference immigrant visa also known as a green card, is a type of work visa that's issued to foreign nationals who plan to work and live in the US permanently. In some cases, employees may apply for these work visas after moving to the US after getting a temporary residency permit. Qualified immigrants can change their status to permanent residence. 8. EB-1 First Preference. You can apply for an EB-1 First Preference visa under 3 pathways. For each one, the US requires you to meet certain criteria and file a petition individually or through an employer. Here are the 3 types of EB-1 work visas you can apply to receive. Extraordinary ability. You may be eligible for this pathway if you can demonstrate extraordinary abilities in the sciences, arts, education, business or athletics. Outstanding professors and researchers. Under this pathway, the US requires you to demonstrate international recognition for achievements in an academic field and have at least 3 years of experience in teaching or research. Multinational managers or executives. You can choose this pathway if you plan to work as a manager or executive for an international company with a US-based location. 9. EB-2 Second Preference. You can qualify for this work visa if you have an advanced degree or exceptional abilities in your field. If you have an advanced degree, you can show documentation to earn this visa, such as an official academic transcript. To qualify for an EB-2 visa for exceptional ability, the US requires you to meet certain criteria by submitting documentation, which may include official academic record, letters from employers documenting at least 10 years of full-time experience, license or certification, evidence of a salary that demonstrates your exceptional ability, membership in a professional association, recognition for your achievements and contributions to your field. 10. EB-3 Third Preference. This type of immigrant visa is available if you have a labor certification and a permanent full-time job offer in the US. There are 3 types of employees eligible for this visa, which include skilled workers. To qualify as a skilled worker, the US requires you to have at least 2 years of training or experience and meet the educational or experience requirements of the position. Professionals. You can qualify as a professional if you have a bachelor's degree or equivalent and perform professional work that US employees are unable to perform. Other workers. This category may include those with professions requiring less than 2 years of experience for which US employees are unavailable.